Hello, everyone. I hope you're all doing well in your neck of the woods. I'm here at my favorite spot in the cemetery, as you know, on Earth Day. Happy Earth Day. So, I wanted to come out here and spend some time outside because, one, it's nice. It's starting to warm up little by little, which I'm happy about because I love warm weather. And I also wanted to just come and talk to you a little bit about the earth and how I feel about it, and maybe some other things that come to mind. But as you know, and as you've observed, I really love the planet, and my love for the planet has grown over the years. Being on my spiritual journey, reconnecting to myself, loving myself, and taking care of myself, and expressing that and manifesting that through spending time outside, spending time out here, sitting on the grass, back up against a tree sometimes falling because I miss the tree. But I can't emphasize, I can't begin to emphasize how important it is for us to connect to the earth on a regular basis. It doesn't have to be every single day. It would be nice if it was every single day. But I don't know about you, but when I come out here, I do have to pass a little bit of traffic, to get out here. It's not crazy, but being outside, just having to be around cars and different people, that does kind of take a little bit of energy out of me. So, if I could just come outside and walk out into this, that would be different. Then I would be out here every single day. But there is something about being exposed to traffic and cars driving by that does kind of take some energy out of me. So I don't come out every single day, but I come out as often as I can. And it really is important for us to connect to the planet, to connect to Mother Earth as much as we can, because we are part of the earth. And just reconnecting to nature, we connect to our true nature. It reconnects us to our natural state, when we come out here and we actually make an effort to connect. So it really is important. I can't emphasize it enough. And another thing I wanted to touch upon really quick, some of this is just like a personal, story, feeling. There's been a lot of focus on environmental contribution, environmentally friendly actions and approaches to life. And I do think that stuff is very important. I try to put in effort into making that a focal point of my day. So I try to use reusable grocery bags if I go shopping. I don't use the plastic. There are a couple of days where I do forget, and then it's like, okay, I don't have a choice. I kind of have to use it now. But most of the time, I say 98% of the time, I'm using a reusable shopping bag. So I do that. I don't use a lot of lights. And my fiance can tell you, why are you sitting in the dark? It's because some of it is environmental concern, but a lot of it is also that I just don't like unnatural light. So once it starts to get dark, sometimes I don't even turn the light on. I just stay in the dark. Reducing the amount of water we use, making sure that we're reducing the amount of plastic we use, which is kind of tough. There's so much plastic in everything. But I guess that's the point that I want to make. The point that I want to make is that it's not about being perfect. It's not about doing everything on the list. It's about our intention and where we're coming from, and being mindful about the steps that we're taking when it comes to the planet. Okay, because I think before, a few years ago, I was putting a bit of pressure on myself about that. I was putting a bit of pressure on myself when it came to how I was going about being environmentally friendly. And it got to the point where it started to get frustrating, and I started to get annoyed with myself that I wasn't able to do everything. It's why can't I do this? Why can't I eat this way? But the point is not to do so much that it burdens you and you basically lack compassion for yourself. We can't have compassion for what's around us and lack compassion for ourselves. That's just senseless. It doesn't make any sense. So we have to practice compassion for ourselves in this process, especially in knowing that where we are right now and how we're living, it's really hard to reverse that, and to live basically 180 degrees differently than how we have been living. A lot of where we've been placed in terms of our approach to living, we didn't even control. We were just born into it. So we have to keep that in mind too. Don't drive yourself crazy. Do what you can, contribute however you can, and make sure it's from a heart-centered space. But don't drive yourself crazy, and don't do it just because someone told you to. It has to come from your heart. I do believe, though, that on the spiritual path, that the more we focus on ourselves, we love ourselves unconditionally, we make ourselves a priority, and not in a sense that it's unhealthy. Like some people, when they hear focus on self, they think it's about being egotistical, and it's not so much about that. It's about loving ourselves regardless of what we do and what we produce. It's a very pure kind of love that we're exercising for ourselves, right? So when we do that, just naturally, we move into a space of higher love at some point, eventually. We move into a space where it's not just about us anymore. It's not just about what we can give to ourselves. We move into a space at some point, whenever it's the right time for us on our journey, we move into a space of collective service. And we start feeling this urge to contribute more to the planet, and not just the physical planet in terms of like Mother Earth, but all of its creatures. So we start seeing like, how can I help? Like, how can I contribute? How can I support others in their journey? How can I be of service to all? That just happens naturally. If we've been going about this journey for however long, and we're still completely self-centered and completely selfish, and we only think about ourselves, we don't think about other people, then we have to question what we're doing and what our focus is and what our intention is for this journey. All right? So, oof! Something, I don't know what it was, but it flew. So, I do think that that's a natural part of the journey, is that we come into, what I like to call the unified field, where we experience unity in our lives every day. It's not something that we have to think about. It's not something that we have to try and do. It's something that we're living every day. And the earth is included in that unity. It's, like I said, it's not just us. But the more that we unify within ourselves, the more we can experience the unity of all of life. Okay? So, I don't know, I'm just thinking if there's anything else that I want to mention. But I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. I mean, just do what you can. Don't drive yourself crazy. It's important for this work to be done by all of us, but it's also important that we maintain our sense of balance in the midst of it. We have to be very conscious of our own health and well-being. So, Earth Day for me is not just about the physical planet, but all the people and animals on the planet. And we're part of that. So you take care of yourself, you support others, you support the planet. That's all pretty much the same thing. All right. So that's pretty much it, I think. I send you all so much love. Happy Earth Day, and take care. Bye-bye.